Order. The member for Page will cease interjecting, and I give the call to the member for Parramatta.
My question is to the Minister for Communications. How will the Albanese Labor government fix the state of the NBN in order to deliver faster and more reliable broadband speeds for Australian families and businesses?
Order. Members on my left. I give the call to the Minister for Communications.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for his question, and I note the great expertise he brings to this parliament in the broadband policy space. And as he well knows, Mr Speaker, reliable, quality, accessible, high-speed internet is essential 21st century infrastructure. And since it was initiated by Labor, the NBN has been a key investment in our nation's future. It's helped Australians stay connected during the pandemic. It's supported telehealth and remote education, and it's boosted economic productivity by expanding access to customers for small business. Mr Speaker, Labor took a policy to the last election to expand the NBN fibre network because we believe that all Australians should be able to access the connectivity and reliability benefits that full fibre broadband will deliver. And what this will do is further boost the productivity of regional businesses, support the increased number of Australians continuing to work, study and transact remotely. And central to this commitment, Mr Speaker, is to ensure that families, businesses and communities in our outer suburbs and our regions aren't left behind. And that is why the Albanese government is investing $2.4 billion to build a better NBN, giving an additional 1.5 million premises full fibre access, including 660,000 in our regions. And the fulfilment of this investment was reflected in our budget. And what it means is that 90% of homes and businesses in the NBN fixed-line footprint will have access to gigabit speeds by late 2025. Now, Mr Speaker, I'm asked about how our NBN upgrade will deliver better broadband, and I've outlined that in respect of speed, quality, accessibility, all improvements in how we conduct our lives, the small business benefits, all of them positive. But, Mr Speaker, I respectfully note that there is a different opinion out there in the context of this question, a different opinion, an opinion that describes this policy as wasteful spending. Wasteful spending. And you may ask, Mr Speaker, who would describe this as wasteful spending? The answer is those opposite. Those opposite think that investing in full fibre broadband for the regions is wasteful spending. What an insult to regional Australia. I'll tell you what the waste was. The waste was 10 years of a failed multi-technology mix, investing in a copper network that was completely unsuitable.
The minister's order. There is far too much noise on my right. The Minister for Resources, the Minister for Industry will cease interjecting. Members on my right will cease interjecting. When members rise, they'll be heard in silence. I give the call to the Manager of Opposition Business.
Well, Mr Speaker, on completeness and accuracy, only 51,000 premises completed after—
Resume your seat. Order. Members on my right. Give the call to the Leader of the House.
I'm surprised he wants to stand up at the moment at all, but I reckon that was an abuse of standing orders. And
I think everyone in this parliament knows that was abuse of the standing orders. And I just remind all members, you will get the call out of respect for the office you hold. I ask you to respect the standing orders as well. And I give the call. The Deputy Leader of the Opposition is warned. And I give the call to the Minister for Communications.
As I was saying, Mr Speaker, the masterclass in economic and technological incompetence by those opposite who promised to build an NBN for $29 billion. It became $41 billion, then $49 billion.
Members on my left.
Wait for it, Mr Speaker. It ended up costing